boys and girls. Welcome to my player ratings for Arsenal's win against Everton. 5 wins in a row, 4 Premier League wins in a row. It was not easy, it was not pretty, but we got the 3 points. And over, the last few months, last season, these were the kind of games that we were dropping points in because we were underperforming and not seeing them through. I feel that yesterday's game, the telling point was how clinical Arsenal were. It's as simple as that. We were more clinical than Everton. If Everton had a striker like we have in Aubameyang and Lacazette, they would have won that game very comfortably. They would have been out of sight in the first half. We were that poor. But they don't have a striker like we do. They have Theo Walcott. With all due respect to him, he had a chance and his touch let him down. Cech saved it. The likes of Lacazette or Aubameyang would have took that chance. Richarlison caused us problems all day. Looked really good. Looks a completely different player to the one that I see at Watford. And I think that Everton have got themselves a bit of a deal there because he, like I said, looked decent. And he has done since he's been there throughout the start of the season. But look, like I was saying, it's 3 points. That's what matters right now. We keep winning. We keep ticking over. Going about our business slowly but surely. And we are now in the top 6. We're still a long way from Manchester City and Liverpool. But we're ticking over. We're doing what we need to do. We're ahead of Manchester United. We're level on points with Spurs. We're getting closer to Chelsea after they dropped points at the weekend. And that's all we can do. Stay within touching distance of those sides that are in and around us. So, yeah, so far so good. We moved to Carabao Cup action in midweek. But with that said, let's get into the player ratings for this game. And first of all, we're going to go with Petr Cech. What can I say about this performance? Man of the match. Superb. What a brilliant display. Now, I've been one of the ones that's saying that Leno needs to start. I've also said that Petr Cech, in between the sticks, has done the business this season. It's the distribution side of things. First 5 minutes, again, I was thinking, here we go. A little bit shaky and, the crowd's on edge. But no, you know what? He just grew in stature and he kept us in the game. It's that simple. The amount of saves he had to make yesterday. And they were blinding saves. One-on-ones. He's slide tackling people. Brilliant, brilliant display from Petr Cech. And for this performance, I'm going to give Petr Cech a 9. Next player we're going to move into is Hector Bellerin. You know what? It was a steady performance from him yesterday. He looks a lot better than he did last season already. And I'm slowly starting to see signs that he's grasping what's needed of him. Still a little shaky defensively, and there's problems out wide. Teams seem to be able to stretch us, but going forward, he's looking a lot more confident. I just hope he can start to get that balance right between defence and attack, and I feel that we might start to see the Hector that we saw a few years ago, but the judge is still out. But for this one, we're going to give Bellerin a 7. The next player we're going to go into is Sokratis, and it was one of his poorer performances yesterday, shall we say. Looked a little rash at times, and he had to come off injured. I actually think it's just a dead leg, because he wiped Theo Walcott out, and that's where I think the injury actually occurred. So hopefully it's not long term, and hopefully he will be back soon. But given the fact that he only played around about 30 minutes before he came off, I'm going to give Sokratis a 4. Next player we move into is Mustafi, and I felt that yesterday was a little better than he was over previous weeks. And he was getting up and the aerial duels and whatnot. And I felt he had a little bit more protection with the likes of Torreira in front of him. But again, needs to do better. But I feel with Rob holding alongside him, they've done all right. And they were a lot more comfortable in the second half. But for this one, I'm going to give Mustafi a 7. Next player we move into is Nacho Monreal. Again, another straightforward performance, another solid performance. Does exactly what he needs to do. Gets up and tries to help out with the attack. Nearly scored another good goal in the first half. One of our rare attacks of the game. And defensively wasn't too bad. But again, like Bellerin, got to be careful down those flanks because that's where we seem to be getting caught out at the moment. But standard performance, steady, done what he had to do. And like Hector, I'm going to give Monreal a 7. Next position we're going to go into is Lucas Torreira. He finally started a game and it was a very good performance from him. Had to walk the tightrope for a long period after getting booked. Absolutely wiped one of the Everton players out. But you know what? He was excellent. Intercepting everything. If you look at Lacazette's goal, it was Torreira that actually intercepted it just outside the box. He's building up everything. It's the player we've been crying out for so long. And it was a very good performance given that was his first start. So hopefully from now on, this is what we're going to see. And that is Lucas Torreira starting game. So for this one, I'm going to give Torreira an 8. Moving to the next position, Granit Xhaka. First half wasn't really, that influential in the game. Didn't play that great, but nobody did, to be quite honest with you. In the second half, started to get more of a stranglehold. Started to have a little bit more license to move. If you look at a lot of the play, he was building a lot of things up, spreading the play, getting tackles in, working hard. And like I said, second half was a decent performance. So for this one, I'm going to give Granit Xhaka a 7. Moving into the front three, and first of all, we're going to go with Aaron Ramsey. Now, I said this yesterday on my interview with Robbie, and I said, Ramsey and Ozil can't play together. I don't understand why Ramsey goes in that 10 role and Ozil's the one who has to drift out, because when Ozil goes into the 10, you see the difference straight away. The problem is Aaron Ramsey doesn't offer us any pace that a natural winger would. And that's what I feel we need in the team. It's nothing against Aaron Ramsey because I think he's a quality player. I just don't think that him and Ozil can play together. Now, I know people will say that he got 2 assists, but let's look at this realistically. It was a standard pass for Lacazette. This is where I feel assist stats are misleading. It wasn't a great chance created for Lacazette. It was a simple pass. The rest was all about Lacazette. His touch, his finish, not about the pass from Ramsey. The second assist, looking at it again, it was actually a bad mistake from him. He slipped when he should have scored himself. But the way he improvised, now that was good. Because he realised once he'd sort of slipped and lost his balance that he couldn't get the shot away. And the awareness of Aubameyang behind him with a little touch. That was quality, but it should have been offside from Aubameyang. But hey, I'm not going to moan about it. But yeah, worked hard, and yeah, he does what he has to do. But like I said, I just don't think he works with Ozil. But for yesterday's game, I'm going to give Aaron Ramsey a 7.5. Next position, we're going to go with Mesut Ozil, and again, I feel when he's out wide and he's out of position, it's just not right. It just doesn't do what he should do. Do you know what I mean? He's so much more effective when he goes into that number 10 role. And once he goes in there, he starts dictating the play, starts being able to control things and do more. What I will say about him yesterday that I noticed is he's tracking back. He was really, really working hard, getting tackles in, getting stuck in there, and trying to help out on the defensive side of things. And if you didn't see that, then you're just blind to it. You've just got an agenda, and that's the way it's going to be. No matter what he does, Ozil played poorly. Just boring the life out of me now. But like I said, decent enough performance from him when he come into that role, but we still need to see more. So for this one, I'm going to give Mesut Ozil a 7. Next player we're going to move into is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And yeah, it was okay yesterday. Decent performance from him. Again, like everyone else, not a great first half, but he come alive in that second half and he was causing problems. Great goal. Was offside, like I said earlier, but listen, I don't care. We've had so many decisions go against us. It's about time we had one go for us. So yeah, no problems whatsoever. And the way he links up with Lacazette, yeah, I'm starting to slowly see exactly what we've got in store with those two. But for yesterday's game, and in fact he scored as well, I'm going to give Aubameyang a 7.5. Last player we're going to go into is Alexandre Lacazette. Again, I keep saying it with everyone else, not a great first half. No one had a great first half. The second half, we needed a moment of brilliance to unlock the door. We needed something to change the game, and that's exactly what we got from him. Unbelievable finish. That was a rocket. And the more I watch him, the more I'm happier with him. Just his overall play, everything he does, it's so good. Hold up, the touch, the passing, tackling, shooting. He's got it all. He looks so much stronger this season. He looks confident. He looks fitter. And he's one of the first names on the team sheet, to be quite honest with you. He's going to be a threat this season, and he's going to score a bag full of goals. This is the Lacazette that I was seeing in clips with Leon. This is the Lacazette that looks confident and happy. And a happy and confident Alexandre Lacazette is a lethal one. So for yesterday's game, and the fact that he changed it round with that goal, I'm going to give Lacazette an 8. Substitutes. The main one in there will probably be Rob Holding. And it was a steady performance from him. I thought he came in, he done well, he was commanding. And he slowed down the attack from Everton at points where we were all over the show. Took him 5-10 minutes to get into the game before half time. But second half was relatively comfortable. And, you know, like with the rest of the back line, I'm going to give Rob Holding a 7. Other substitutes, Danny Welbeck, Alex Iwobi, didn't really have much time, to be quite honest with you, to make an impact on the game, so not going to mark them. But we're going to go into the manager rating, and I'm going to give Emery a 7 for yesterday. I feel that he done everything right, near enough with the team. Torreira was in there, kept Lacazette and Aubameyang. Defence was straightforward. This Ramsey and Ozil thing, that's just something that's an issue with me. I just feel that we need width, natural width. Someone like an Alex Iwobi, because that's what he does. He hugs that touchline and causes problems. And I feel the likes of Lacazette and Aubameyang can thrive off width. And like I said, it's nothing against Ramsey and whatnot. I just don't feel that that works. So Emery's still got to tinker around and he's still got to try and get his best 11. But done what he needed to do, and you know, prowling the touchline, encouraging the players, getting us going, and yeah, I'm slowly but surely starting to see little pieces of the jigsaw come together from Emery, and yeah, I'm happy. So yeah, for this one, like I said, I'll give Emery a 7. So there we go. That is my player and manager ratings for the game against Everton. Games are coming thick and fast. We've got Brentford in the Carabao Cup this week. Going to be a preview for that coming out. Obviously the matchday vlog, the player ratings, and then we got Watford, Troy Deeney coming back. I am looking forward to that one. But until then, I'll see you lot soon. I'm out of here.